Hey guys, it's Angie Martinez. Check out my podcast, Angie Martinez IRL, where we have beautiful conversations with all types of people. From Kelly Rowland to Mike Tyson to Kim Kardashian to JT from the City Girls. These are conversations about real life. We talk about love and death and our mental health and how we navigate all the ups and downs of life. And I promise every episode, there'll be a takeaway for you to use in your own real life. Check out Angie Martinez IRL on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Diosa.
And I'm Mala.
We are the creators and hosts of Locatora Radio, a radiophonic novela.
Which is just a fancy way of saying
a podcast. We're two LA locals turned full-time podcasters, and we talk about everything.
From sexual wellness to pop culture.
Internet drama to politics.
And everything in between.
So if laughter and learning are something that you crave,
subscribe to Locatora Radio, your prima's favorite podcast.
Listen to Locatora Radio on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast.
Are you ready for a second season of the Super Secret Bestie Club podcast? My name is Curly.
And I'm Maya. And this is a best friends club, and you can definitely sit with us.
Each week, we'll talk about relationships, heartbreaks, and of course, our favorite L word,
love. And
horoscopes, astrology, according to our point of view.
We're not oracles, but we know a toxic Virgo when we see one. I'm pointing at you, Curly.
That's right. Listen to the Super Secret Bestie Club on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Two hopeless daters.
One dating app that dares you to swipe right.
The question is,
whose love life is more tragic?
It's Battle of the Tinder Dates.
It is the dating game show where Barbie learned what really happened when Ken and Polly Pocket were, quote, just hanging out at the dream house. It's Battle of the Tinder Dates.
How dare he?
Where two of our listeners go head-to-head to find out whose dating life is the most tragic. We're going to explain the rules in just a second. First, let's meet today's contestants. In this corner, his best quality is his generosity.
Aww.
That's why he travels the world teaching underprivileged women in third world countries proper French kissing technique.
Oh, that's not a...
Philanthropy, Anthony.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Okay. Anthony, keep your tongue away from us, all
Hey,
right?
no, this is a charity that I can get behind.
And in the other corner, his go-to first date move is faking an Australian accent and then offering to go Lady in the Tramp on a bloomin' onion.
Oh, yeah.
And it works every time. That's why they call him Outback Zach.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you.
Wait.
Oh, that's a nice
okay.
fake
That
Australian.
That wasn't too bad.
That kind of
Yeah.
worked on me.
It worked on you.
Yeah.
Brooke wants to try it with
Well,
you sometime.
The bloomin' onion would work on me.
Brooke loves
Yeah.
a bloomin'.
But here's how the game works. One contestant's going to start by telling one of their worst dating stories. Then the other will try and counter with a nightmare story of their own. We're going back and forth for 3 rounds till we declare a winner. Kicking things off with Philanthropy Anthony. Let's get it.
Yeah, I went with a girl to a trampoline park, but beforehand we drank a little bit, which turned out to be a bad idea.
Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for disaster or a broken ankle. Yeah.
Fun.
Well, what she ended up doing was going to the dodgeball area where there was an 8-year-old's birthday party.
Oh, no.
Well, I sat to the side as I watched her get smashed in the face by a kid so hard.
Oh, she lost.
She puked all over the foam pit, and they had to close it down.
Oh, dude, getting hit in the stomach with a dodgeball, that hurts.
And then would have made
That-
the kiss
I don't-
afterwards really awkward.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Oh.
I don't think that's why she puked, Jose.
Outback Zach, over to you.
So I went on this first date with this like real bad girl from Tinder. Like she wore black leather in her profile pic, looked super hot. I remember her nickname on the app was Bandit, and that kind of like sparked my interest.
Okay.
And, it was her idea to go to like a cash only bar, and I didn't know if it was because she didn't have credit cards or debit cards, but we were waiting in line for the ATM, and I take out some money, and she snatches it from my hands and runs.
Oh, wow.
At least she's honest on her dating profile. That's nice.
At least she had cash for the bar later
Yeah.
after you left.
Not with him, yeah.
Yeah.
On to round 2.
Whoa.
Anthony, back to you.
So this one time I went back to this girl's little apartment. It was tiny, like a studio. We're laying in her bed.
Uh-huh.
And I just happened to say, "Where's your washer and dryer?" Because I didn't see it. And that's when she told me that her parents taught her to be self-sufficient from robots.
Oh, no. Oh, wait.
What?
A washer and dryer is a robot?
Yeah, so instead of washing everything, all she does is just use Febreze, even on her bed sheets.
Bro, as you're laying
I've never
there.
left the bed so quick in my life.
Oh my God.
Even I think that's gross.
I have an ick right now.
Zach, please tell us a story that gets that image out of our head.
Oh, gross.
All right, so I matched with this girl on Tinder. Like, we set up a date, and everything was cool. And she insists on driving, which is fine with me because I don't really like to drive, especially if I'm drinking. I'd rather have her get the DUI.
Of course.
And,
Wait, what? Okay.
That got dark for a second.
Yeah.
Keep going.
After she picks me up, she starts playing some weird music from the speaker. And as she's driving, she tells me not to talk and just relax. And then I hear a hypnotic voice come through the speaker, and it says, "She's wife material."
Whoa.
She was hypnotizing you.
Jose wants to know if they do one for a male version.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, did it work?
Did it?
Wait, he's on the phone with us. Yes, you're going to go with
did
no.
work.
Say no.
Yeah.
Then we're on to the third and final round. We need your best stories here, gentlemen. So, Anthony, what have you got for us?
All right, one time this girl, she told me that she knew how to make her own wine.
Make
And
your own wine, you said?
yeah, she invited me over to show me how. I thought, hey, that's different. Why not?
That could be
Wait,
fun.
in your kitchen? I didn't know you could do that. All right.
I didn't know you could do that either. And so a day later, I meet her at her house, and she hands me a sock and old moldy fruit.
What?
What?
Rude, gross.
And then she explains to me that this is the way they did it back when she was in prison.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
And was it good?
I didn't stay to find out.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Me too. But we got to move on. Zach, last story.
I met a girl who worked at a plant shop, and I brought her back to my place to show her all of my plants because I thought she would dig it.
Yeah.
One of them happened to be dying, so she looks at it, then starts crying, which turns into full-blown sobs.
Oh.
And
No.
after a few minutes, like, she screams, "I'm a murderer,"
Oh, God.
and I killed it on purpose.
Oh.
On purpose?
Wow.
What the heck?
Extreme.
You are evil.
That's dramatic.
God, if she came over to my house, I'd be in prison.
Hey, at least you'd have wine.
Yeah. That's a good point, Jose.
That final bell means the match is over. We're out of time. Let's go over to the judges to score this. Alexis, who do you think?
I'm going to Anthony for the girl who doesn't wash her sheets.
Oh, God. I know. I really thought Zach had it with the money thief, but those sheets I can't get over either. I'm going
All
Anthony.
right, Philanthropy
I can't do
Anthony.
it.
Congratulations.